Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. So last video I played two other mages. You know how much I love friggin' mirror matches. One of them I completely stomped. One of them kicked my ass. And I feel like my deck performed kind of averagey for it, both games. I don't know, it just doesn't seem spectacular. It definitely has some ways to win, but a lot of things can go wrong. It's not a mage! Hooray! On the downside, if it's a rogue, I might get rushed down. Although, it's harder to tell in the arena. We're going to pitch that as well. Hope for more stuff. Or should I maybe keep the Cone of Cold because it's a mage? You know what? Yeah, I guess so. I don't have that many cheaper cards. Boy, that is a late game card. I do not need that at this stage of the game. Unless I draw the Kirin Tor Mage to go with it. Like, this deck has a lot of little weird combos. I've got two pandas to go with the Arcane Golem, although the Arcane Golem is not something you want to play until late in the game, despite his 3 cost. The Ice Block is something you don't really want to play too late in the game unless you get the Kirin Tor Mage, where playing it for free, having it out early doesn't do anything except give your opponent lots of time to know exactly what it is. But if they're not a hunter, they can't get rid of it anyway. And they still have to spend that turn or two figuring out what it is, where they're hesitant to play any large minions or whatever. So yeah. What are you doing, Slowtron? You can't have that many first turn options. You can like coin and plaything, or not coin and plaything. Coin and play dagger is usually a little bit of an odd choice, although if you don't attack with it, then you have a poison dagger. That makes sense. If you coin dagger and you do attack with it, you probably have the pirate guy who gets charged if you have a weapon, or something else that benefits from weapon. Why did that take so much thinking? That seems like a pretty obvious play to me. And I'm not getting rid of it anytime soon, am I? Well, shooting it makes more sense than shooting her, I think. Now it's in kill range for this, or if it attacks this, it'll be 1 damage away from destruction, so I can finish it with the next firebolt. But, not great. This person is probably just using the well-worn strategy of trying to make your opponent quit by playing slow. Which, it's pretty hard, because I never quit. I don't even quit when I'm losing, like, 99% of the time. So, I'm definitely not quitting when I'm not losing just because some jackass is playing slow. But, it does mean I have to fill a lot of time. Still not gonna dance. So, do you have any plans? Like maybe attacking? Like, you can't actually have that many options to think about. So you're obviously just wasting time. There seems to be someone there because we see cards move every once in a while. The mouse is moving over the cards. Oh, she did get it in time. Stupid animation is not thinking. Okay, Not taking a lot of damage yet. Although the time wasting is pretty impressively rude. So, what are you going to do? Between the dagger and this, she only needs 1 more damage to finish this guy. I mean, it's well worth attacking him with the dagger. He only does 1 damage back. He doesn't even kill the croc. The wounded croc. Not killing it could be pretty annoying, though, because it might blow that up, or it'll at least do some damage, and then the 1 damage from this plus the Firebolt might... Fire Blast would kill that. I keep calling it Firebolt. Using it, it's like Diablo, the basic spell is Firebolt. And Hearthstone is Fire Blast. You're used to looking at a mirror. Looking at a camera, which is not mirrored, makes it harder to raise the correct eyebrow when you mean to. Boy, I'm sure that took several minutes of thinking. The backstab Defias play. Wow. Really? You're going to poison a single dagger? That's interesting. But you still got in time to attack. That's pretty irritating. Okay. That's alright, because I've taken some damage, but now I've got it more under control. I mean, playing this guy would have been nice, but there were too many 2 damage things out there. Like 2 attack things. I had to thin the herd. Next turn, if she didn't do anything, I could just shoot him an Arcane Intellect, but I'm guessing she's going to do something, and I'm going to have to play the Water Elemental.
So many options.
Yeah, I don't think you have so many options. I think you're just being incredibly rude, but whatever. It is the internet. You will run into some people who are dicks. It's not a shock. So, how are you doing? I'm not good at small talk. The INTJ personality type. If you look at the Myers-Briggs personality test, we're one of the most rare personality types, and we tend to have a fascination with, or a hang-up with, is efficiency. We're introverted, don't necessarily see a lot of value in social niceties like saying hi or bless you when you sneeze. I tweet about this stuff. I think, you know, I already have more cards. It's probably a good time to Arcane Intellect, but playing more... No, I want kill. The fact is, if I play one of these guys, I'm not killing this guy. This guy's getting an extra chance to do 2 damage. I might as well just kill him. Although I should have Arcane Intellected first. That would have been smarter. I'm behind on hit points. I've got a lot of cards. Problem is, I don't have that many fat things, although some of mine are in my hand. What are you going to do, though? Because you've got a decent number of cards still.
So many options.
I don't know. I don't really like that card back so much. The best would be if they had just, like, a card back that was pretty much just all black. Or just, like, solid black with silver trim, like, not even the logo. Or just the faint... In silver trim, just the faintest hint of the logo, like a faint light was shining, just barely making it over the card, just sort of glancing on the upper surfaces of the logo from one side, so you could just sort of hint that it was there, but the rest of the card was black. That would be pretty badass. Yep. So what are you actually going to do now that we've reached the part of the turn when you actually do things? Okay. Okay, that's unfortunate. That guy is actually quite dangerous. Now if I play him, I do get a free secret. If I play him, he would freeze this guy if they got in a fight. But then all I could do would be shoot. The free secret might confuse her into not knowing what to do, actually taking time to think. Yeah, I don't think I think I'm going to do it this way.
We have many secrets.
Well, I wish I could just go in and edit down a lot of these turns when my opponent is, being an idiot, but it takes too much damn time to edit these videos. Part of the reason that I have this channel is I've got it set up so that I spend very little time on the editing of these videos, as opposed to my actual channel where I make things and I Tales from my D&D campaign. I spend a horrendous time editing those, not to mention all the time it takes me to draw things. It takes long enough when I'm just doing different versions of existing art assets. Every time I have to draw a new character, it takes forever. I'm going to have to really cut down and start, I don't know, seriously contemplating going chibi with like all new characters or NPCs or something like that, which is kind of the opposite of what I've been doing. If you notice, ever since I got to Vistria, there have been some detailed-ass NPCs. They take too much time. It's like a huge waste of time making like Ivana and young Midgard there. So, Poison Super Dagger, that is pretty unfortunate. Can't say I'm a fan of that. Unfortunately, I can't just kill this guy easily. That's not enough. I have to give my opponent a mana to use this guy, although I might have to do that just because otherwise I'm not doing enough with my turn. Yeah.
What to do? What to do?
I think that's actually what I have to do. I don't want to just trade this for that. It's kind of crappy. But I can kill that, hit for 4. Well, I mean, I gotta use... I have an odd number of mana. I'm not gonna waste it flame striking that, but I have to kill this guy because I'm taking too much damage. So I guess I'm gonna have to give my opponent a free mana. But I get to hit for 4 and play the Water Elemental, who, if I can get that hitting her, it'll lock down her dagger. So she's going to have to kill this somehow. And I do have the Ice Block, so even when she gets me dead, I get an extra turn. Which means if she was planning on doing a Miracle Rogue type thing, like dropping an Auctioneer and, Sinister striking me 7 times, I'm going to get at least 1 turn to respond. That's something, the Ice Block is really something that the Miracle Rogue does not like. Miracle Rogue doesn't want to have to worry about anything else once it starts trying to kill you. You're supposed to just die. So the fact that it's going to have to survive a turn afterwards, not what they like. If for some reason you don't know what I mean by a Miracle Rogue, it's mostly, you sit around, you just kind of delay early in the game. You have the Goblin Auctioneer guy, so whenever you play a spell, you draw a card. And you have a lot of really, really cheap spells. Sinister Strike, which I normally think is not very good, right? It's 1 mana, do 3 damage to your opponent. You can't damage minions with it. Kind of a crappy spell. I mean, you can use it to trigger a combo, but that's about it, right? The Miracle Rogue is just trying to play as many spells as possible for cheap. So that's 1 mana, do 3 damage to your opponent, and draw a card to replace it. It helps keep the combo going. You're hoping to explode and just wipe them out. Yeah, they use Preparation as well, right? This Preparation is 0 cost. It makes their next spell free. Or about, makes their next spell cost 3 less, which is usually a free spell. I wish I had that when I got the Kirin Tor guy. But this is not the end of the world, because I can freeze you so you can't attack. And I can Flame Strike, and this will technically survive. That's unfortunate. I think Flame Striking is still the way to go, though. If I don't, there's just too much junk out there killing me.
I wonder.
So yeah, we're going to Flame Strike. Yeah, I don't see anything that would be better than that. And I'm going to freeze you so you can't use your stupid blade. This goes well with the casting a lot of spells approach, too. All your cheap spells are also giving you 1/1s. It's not as good as the Auctioneer in terms of just, creating an engine to kill your opponent, but I don't know. Could be what she's planning on doing. I've got an Ice Block. She's got an Ice Block. Seems fair. She has a lot of mana, though.
I wonder.
Just as many cards as me, a lot of mana. I guess I technically have one more card because it's her turn, so on my turn I'm going to draw one, but you know what I mean. Wish I could have got out the Mirror Entity. It would make me feel a lot more secure. Because she'd be giving me at least one minion that can charge. But again, I do have my time walk here, my free turn. I just have to get her to the point that the free turn wins me the game. Ah, that's gonna... Oh, damn it. Yeah, this is well worth assassinating under the circumstances, because it's blocking out so much of her damage. That is bad. Now I need the other Flame Strike. Nope, that's not it. Okay, well, now matters are worse. I'm going to take a lot more damage. But if I play this and shoot her, my situation is not too bad. Or at least it's as good as I can hope for. This is going to get ugly, though. She can do a lot of damage to me. She's got 7 on the table. That's half my health. And she's got 10 mana to work with. I don't know.
I wonder.
I just definitely don't have means to kill her fast enough. Drawing another Flame Strike or the Blizzard would probably help a lot, because she's probably going to play at least 1 or 2 more minions. And having something kill him so that this guy can get through would put me in a much better position. Oh, that is horrible. Again, Sprint is kind of a double-edged sword, because if you're losing, it often won't help you. Like, if you're losing in the short term, it's wasting a turn where you can't do very much. But in a situation like this, I'm not killing her very fast. I'm kind of stuck. That makes Sprint amazing because it allows her to get back the momentum that she was losing. Flame Strike would be good. Would not complain about a Flame Strike. God damn it. Oh, that is not a Flame Strike. That is not even an Arcane Intellect that could draw me a Flame Strike. That is just really badness. These are all weak creatures, but they're going to kick my ass. So hard. Well, since I can't do anything good, we'll kill that. I mean, they're so polymorphing, doesn't even affect half of them. Play him, the Mirror Entity, and this guy, and shoot something. So, I mean, we're shooting this. That's a given. He's 2 damage for only 1 hit point. And we know I will technically survive because of the ice block, but I'm probably going to be at 1 hit point, and I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, I'm almost certainly just going to get daggered the turn after. I don't have much taunt in here. There's not much I can do to actually kill her. There is some question, is she going to find it worth killing this guy instead of finishing me, or after she hits me for 6? I don't know. For fighting against the ice block, you want to do your big damage chunk before trigger, so it's not the last thing that triggers the ice block. She should be like, if she's going to just attack me, she should hit me for 3, hit me for 2, and then hit for 1, so I only have 1 hit point left afterwards. Free 8-8 is good, but the fact that my opponent also has an 8-8, not so good. Although that means now I have enough damage to kill her if she doesn't do something. So now she had to kill that guy. That's interesting. I think that Mirror Entity may have actually saved me the game. Because I got a polymorph. Yeah, she wasn't even able to trigger my ice block. Wow, that is craziness. That is not helping so much. Okay, so we're going to polymorph him. We're going to... Wait a minute, how much is it going to cost to replay him if I return him to my hand? There would be 4 minions in play, he would cost 6. No, I can't do that. I can't play these guys. That's very frustrating. Unless I get my Arcane Goal next turn, in which case it'll be awesome. I think I need to go for the killing. I'm kind of all in there. I mean, she cannot kill me this turn. It's physically impossible because I have an ice block. Now, she knows this at this point. She's ruled out every other possible secret it could be. I haven't been paying attention, but when it's been out for that long, I'm assuming that she knows exactly what it is. So she's got to do 5 damage to me, preferably hitting me with like the sheep blast. Like preferably hit me for 4 damage in some combination of sources, then hit me for 1. Because if this guy got enraged and then hit me for 5, I would still have all 5 hit points. The ice block prevents the last attack. You definitely have to know about it and play around it that way. But I'm gonna get a whole free turn, so she's got to trigger my ice block and stop him somehow. The fact that the 2 cards in my hand are like counterproductive sucks. In fact, I think I already used the Arcane Golem this game, didn't I? I had to kill something with it, so I don't even have that option. You know what? For once in the game, I can see why you'd have to be thinking so damn long on your turn. You extremely rude, trying to convince your opponent to quit, and it's totally not going to work person. It's one of those things where, metagame-wise, there may be an advantage. Oh, maybe she's just dropping now, because she's lost. I'm not wasting time. Alright. If I didn't have Ice Block, I think she could have just killed me at some point there. Mirror Entity really did the job, though. Okay. That was a very annoying game. But we're back here. And all their evil is for naught. Because I'm actually very patient. The worst thing is that I feel like I'm boring you when my opponent is being a dick like that. That's why it's so frustrating. Otherwise, I'd just be watching something on the other screen. Maybe editing a video on the other computer. And just come back. Oh, it's my turn again. Doo-doo-doo, click, click, click. Back to editing.
I will fight with honor.
You asked for it.
Okay, well, we definitely don't want Blizzard in the starting hand. The rest of this stuff is fine. As far as this deck is concerned, wow, that's like a very fast start. Well, not super abnormally fast, because the deck actually has a lot of, like, 3-cost and 4-cost things. But 3-cost is pretty common, but the mirror image is nice. So hopefully this isn't another play-by-email player. First turn Paladin Secret. Probably a noble sacrifice, because I don't know what else you'd be doing. I will play my mirror image. Why not? There may be nothing out there to block, but I don't want to waste that turn. I'm not going to coin out a 2-cost creature. I have 2 3-cost minions, so of course I want to coin out one of them on turn 2 if possible, because then on turn 3 I can play another 3-cost minion. I'm going to coin her out, because if I use her Divine Shield, I might be able to attack with her and then bounce her with the Brewmaster at some point. Although it's tempting to just shoot that guy, since I'm not in a rush. I would save my coin for later on. No, if I wait longer... Like, okay, what's going to happen? He could give it +3 attack. He could give it +1/+1 with a Sun, whatever, priest. He can't give it Blessing of Kings, because that's 4 mana and I have the coin. He's not going to get through. In 2 turns he can consecrate. So maybe, like, shooting him and going for control makes it much more likely I'm just going to get all my guys consecrated. I think I am going to go for playing this instead. But I should try and not get her damaged, because the consecrate is probably coming. On the other hand, that guy needs to die. So here's what we're going to do. First, Oh, crap. That's right, it's a noble sacrifice. That's gonna screw me up. Yeah, because I should shoot this guy just in case it's the resurrection secret. Then I won't be able to play another guy afterwards, but... yeah, I'm gonna have to live with that. So shoot him in case it's the resurrection secret. It's not. Okay, I guess I'll trigger the noble sacrifice. Boo! I'm gonna be in a really bad spot when he consecrates. So, well played there with crappy Farseer guy. Again, the one circumstance when he's not crappy is if you can buff him. And this is a paladin. He could have Blessing of Might, he could have Blessing of Kings. They have some crazy buffing options. He doesn't have to consecrate. Okay. Well, I mean, that's a good use of his talents, because he can't fight multiple things that do damage back, or he just gets killed. It's too fragile. Oh, yeah. You can bounce those guys, because they're cheap, that's fine. I do have to kill him, though. He's too dangerous. I mean, I'd love to do a trick where I bounce her and get so I can replay her bubble, but I need to kill that guy. The possibility of him getting a Blessing of Might or a Blessing of Kings is just too ugly. So yeah, we're gonna do that. And that being the case, I don't want to play this because he just dies to that. I might as well play one of my own. And I'm gonna shoot him. I could do 1 damage to the paladin. If the game all comes down to 1 damage, then maybe I made a mistake. But this kind of forces him to trade, because if he doesn't, I can just kill it. Yeah. I didn't like the option that he could kill my guy some other way, and then hit me with that, and I wouldn't be able to just finish it off the way I wanted to. So that's pretty bad. He's a dangerous guy. Cone of Cold is unfortunately a bad cost for right now. I think what I'm going to have to do is, if we play the Brewmaster and then the Grizzly, he can kill them both and he'll just have a 4-1 left. That's kind of too bad. But the Cone of Cold will finish him and freeze whatever else he's got out. I'm not getting good card advantage here this game. That is a problem. I could just play him and shoot that guy. It's one of those sort of preemptive plays that's not great, because now he knows exactly what's going to happen. Although he knew I could shoot him anyway. But he could buff him, he could heal him somehow. I don't think playing the 2 of these guys makes sense, though, because I'm just losing him for nothing. So, in an effort to get card advantage, which will probably backfire, I'm going to do that. I really don't like shooting things in advance like that, including the panda the other turn. It's generally not good. I feel like I'm in a weird place where it's a worthwhile gamble, but yeah. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, things not going great. But these 2 are a good combo if I had a secret. Get the Mirror Entity, I'll be much happier with them. So probably going to Cone of Cold. Like, pretty much certainly. And do I shoot him, or do I play the Brewmaster? Because the Brewmaster would give me another thing out. I can always shoot him later. Shooting him would be extra dumb. Definitely he could silence this guy and attack me or something, but I think I need to try and get something out on the battlefield. Because if I have something that can attack on my turn, I can trade it for something bigger or something. Spending all this time with nothing on the battlefield is bad. Well, that doesn't help. I still have to shoot this guy unless I draw a Flame Strike. Sure, when I say unless I draw and I name something shitty, it always comes up. But no, not the Flame Strike. Just play this guy, but I would take 1 billion damage. It's not good. So we're definitely shooting him before I screw it up somehow. If I play him, I can just trade this guy. Like, oh, this doesn't work out well no matter what I do. I think I'm gonna have to kill, like, do this, because otherwise my guy might die and not do the damage, and I think that's worse. But it's horrible. Like, I'm doing so much damage without finishing things this game, that's, you know things are going badly when you keep damaging your opponent's guys and not killing them. That is not the way to play Hearthstone. If I didn't attack with him and I put this out, they'd probably get consecrated, and then I'd be in an even worse position in theory. In practice, it's hard to be worse. Now, he must have a bunch of buff spells that he's just waiting to get. To have played with multiple Wind Fury guys, although he could have picked the Wind Fury guys first, thought he would get buffs, and then never got them. Which is always quite possible. I'm going to be able to play him for cheap soon, and that might be what I have to do. I think for now I've got to, in order to kill everything, I'm going to have to, I can't kill everything even close, but if I Frostbolt this, then I can attack her and shoot her and not get Blessing of Kings double damage and just killed instantly. Next turn, I'm going to take a huge beating, but I'll probably be able to play the Molten Giant for free, which doesn't help because I don't have a way to give him taunt, but what can you do? Really needed this to be a Flame Strike or a Blizzard. Blizzard would have been awesome. Yeah, I think this is the best I can do, and it's not good. In fact, it's so bad I'm going to play this guy with no secret. Because he gives me another chance to kill this guy next turn. Or at least draw out one of my opponent's things for killing him. Like that! Wow, he actually takes 2 damage because the healing goes off first, and I haven't touched him. Well, at least I'm not going to lose because that one time I chose not to do 1 damage to him. Wow. That is bad too. Nope, everything has just come in the wrong order this game. I am so mega dead, and there's nothing I can do about it. At all. It's actually ridiculous. 4, 8, 12. I am technically dead no matter what. Even if I shoot one of the, like, so, whatever. Throw my hands and lose. That game did not work out well for me. I have 3 cards in here, which, for most of that game, would have cleaned up. Like, the Blizzard or any Flame Strike would have swung things significantly in my favor for most of the time when I had 6 or more mana. But, no, I was not getting things in the right order. The Mirror Entity would have also gone really well because of the cards, because of the secret-based cards I had. So, 3 and 2, I am already up to sudden death. This run doesn't look like it has a lot left in it, but we'll have to find out next time. If you enjoyed this, please activate the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to Demonac Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.